Hello, Fishing Misfits. 2019, January, and I wanted to give a year in review of my channel and how the fishing went with the Pelican 10E. And I think that overall it was a very successful year. Caught, a nice amount of fish, some nice ones. Experienced going to a bunch of different lakes. The boat itself, I would have to say, did a pretty good job as far as a stable fishing platform. I was able to go just about anywhere on the lake with it, shallow, draft all over the place, or it handled just about every situation I could throw at it. Turns out that the trailer is probably the best way to go for me. I can just load up everything from here in the garage, take it out, and bring it back in, and it's just a lot more convenient that way. So I'd have to say that a couple highlights of the year for me would be I finally figured out how to use plastics a little bit better than I thought I would, and I'm still developing those skills. So overall, I'd have to say that it was a good year and going to continue it again. Drinking a beer out here today. I'm drinking Fegley's Brewworks Rude Elf's Reserve. Actually, it's pretty good. And smoking a cigar. I think it's a cheapo, but it's good for these environments. I wanted to say a couple things that I feel more comfortable going out in the boat with a friend or with someone else. And I think the main reason is I'm getting up there in age. The one episode we had was the motor shorted out, not the motor, back where the battery is, a fuse burnt out, and it was the fuse that came with the boat. It blew out back there, and I didn't realize it, didn't think that would be an issue actually, but it was. We got into heavy weeds. I guess the motor got jammed and it burnt out that fuse. So I did put a big, good resettable fuse on this boat when I first got it, and I thought that was it, but I didn't realize that little inline fuse was going to be a problem. And because of that situation, I never really thought I'd be stranded out there, but I was. And luckily, my nephew was with me. I only brought one paddle, and that's mostly just to get be pushed off from the shore, or you get into any areas you just have to push yourself away from somewhere. So I never brought the extra paddle with me as an actual device to get you somewhere. And so now I do, but I also like to bring someone, just in case. I know it's not necessary probably, but boy, I feel more comfortable that way. The boat handles two people well, though. The person in the back, from what they're telling me, is they're more than comfortable back there. They got plenty of leg room. They can do whatever they need to do back there, and it's not an issue. I don't feel comfortable standing up in this boat right now. It's got to be me, because the people I brought were able to stand in the back for a while and fish and not have a problem. So obviously my sea legs are a little wobblier than they are. So that's something to consider. It's not like you're standing on a big boat. The width of it is still on the narrow side. Not saying I would have tipped it or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it just made me feel a little like I'd rather just sit down. And for the most part, it was pretty good. I will say the seats from where they are to the floor, where your legs, it needs about, if they made the height of those seats maybe another 3 inches or so, I think it would be better for most people. Unless you're really tall. I'm like 5'9", so I could use a couple inches extra. So I do sit on that cushion. If you can see it in the back, that's a throwable, and that does help a little. But I still could use, I think, a little bit more than that. So, after compression, I just think that it would be a better idea if they made the frame, the aluminum frame under the seat, a little bit bigger. Some of the places I went to were just dynamite places. Leaser Lake was fantastic as far as, you just think there's fish all over. You can't help but think it. And didn't really catch a lot, did catch that real big bass. That was exciting. That was probably my biggest bass I ever caught. And there's got to be more there. And I know there's muskie there. People go there all the time for muskie. So that would be thrilling if you attempted to really try to catch those fish. Probably need steel leader. I don't know. I would assume that they're going to break the line if you're tied directly to it. So, but Mock Chunk Lake, I would say, is if you like to go up there and just catch quantities of fish, that place has it. There's a lot of rocks, and those fish are hiding around all those rocks. Yeah, you're going to get your lure caught in some of that stuff, and it's kind of a pain in the neck. But overall, I actually believe you are more likely to succeed there than other lakes I've been to. So I would say that some of the places I went to were really good. The one place I went to, I think it's Stonewell Hedge, or I forget what the heck of the name of it is now. It's like a mud hole nowhere, but it looks very good potential wise. Like there's got to be stuff there. Maybe if once Pennsylvania gets less rain and then water gets a little clearer, it might actually be way better fishing. It's hard to say. But, well, anyway, I'm going to sit here and enjoy the cigar, enjoy my beer, and I'll see you in 2019. Probably going to start off with the trout season. I know, it's just one facet that I haven't done in a long time, probably 25 years maybe. So if I'm willing to give it a shot and see if I actually enjoy it. The added expense and whatever you have to do to go to those trout areas could be a real pain in the neck. But I'm willing to give it a shot, and hopefully I'm going to film it, or as much of it as I can film, and we'll see how it goes. Okay? Thank you very much for watching my channel. Subscribe if you want to. Give me a thumbs up. Share any comments that you have. I get a bunch of questions that are, right up my alley. Actually, they're just as crazy as I want this channel to be. Okay, so I appreciate all the help and support you give me, and enjoy them. Whatever you get out of it is okay by me. All right.